Okay, starting things off for us. Wuod Baba.
What's good?
Whistle.
Chalanati, what's up?
Chilling, man.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new music. You have a brand new project.
Yeah, always.
And you didn't come alone.
Yeah, I didn't come along. Came
There's
with
something definitely different about you.
What's up?
What's around your neck? Let's start there.
Man,
It looks really good.
this is power.
Can you explain a little bit what that means?
Wait, first of all, what was the name of the song that started things off in this?
Shrap.
Shrap.
Alongside Jovi Jove.
Got it.
Yeah,
Great record. I'm intrigued by what's happening around your neck, bro.
yeah. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Let me know.
No, this is power. You know, like this is some African chains on my neck. You know, I appreciate that.
I know you've also brought a friend.
Yeah, a very very good friend of mine. Yeah, his name is Russ Elder Lojuron. But he can like introduce himself.
Russ?
Yeah, man. Blessed love, one and all.
Welcome.
Tuning in to this 103.5.
Yes.
Radio. Yeah, man. And
Actually-
it's a pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I had the pleasure of watching this guy on stage over the weekend at the Richie Spice concert. You know, he came out with Lavosti and I believe the El Selassie Foundation.
True.
And Lavosti stated that you're one of the first people to really start the Rastafari movement here in Kenya.
Not like start, but pushing it on,
Yeah.
because we found Rasta already there when we were born.
Sure.
And we found the discipline within it is inspiring, because after the gap of colonization and slavery, many youth don't know which way to follow.
Yeah.
So we were inspired by the elders,
Yeah.
founding fathers of the African nation, Haile Selassie, Kwame Nkrumah,
Yeah.
Dedan Kimathi, Patrice
Garvey.
Lumumba, Thomas Sankara,
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
And the list is on, and me and you, because as long as you are here and you have overcome all the trials that man go through every day, you are a hero too, and she is a hero, and everyone is a hero. And Wuod Baba here is an example.
Yeah.
That is why we are happy to work with the young people, especially towards restoration of African culture and dignity.
That's what I wanted, because
Love
that's
it.
something that stood out in your speech on stage.
True,
You really talked about self-restoration as an African people.
True.
How is your movement trying to help with restoration of self?
Yeah, when we sit down and connect with the past and the present, we realize that we have a great history as people, because we have undergone a lot. But despite all this, we are still loving people. You know, we are still humble and calm people. So this is something to really tell the world that Africans are the example to follow, that no matter where you are in life, you can still be somebody, because the future is for the young generation of Africa, who will concentrate on their talents, concentrate on agriculture, concentrating on telling their stories in a positive way, because restoration is all about repackaging our history in a way that we can be able also to create income from it, you know, making our movies, making our music,
Controlling our own narrative.
our own narratives,
Yeah.
you know, because if you know, Superman and Batman are heroes in America today,
This is sad.
it means Luanda Magere, you know, Mekatilili, you know, all these people should also be made to be heroes in Africa today.
Oh yeah, for sure. I need to see movies about our heroes, for sure.
So this
And
is
self-sustainable. That's very important.
bless.
Now, this young man over here who goes
Yeah.
by Wuod Baba, or is it Wizzle?
Yeah, Wizzle times two.
Wizzle.
Yeah.
How did you connect with Ras, and what's your involvement with the movement that is Rastafari?
I was connected to Russ through a friend of mine called Sankara. He took a listen to my music, and he told me, since you're into art and music, because I also paint. I'm an artist as well. So he told me, like, I want to link you with this Rasta from Kibera. Like, I think he's the right person you should link up with. He has a direction. He might talk to you and show you a direction with whatever you're doing. He'll understand where you're coming from. So when I met Elder, we had a conversation. I played my music to him, and then he told me, welcome to the family, and I'm gonna help you. So from there, we've been trying to make moves, basically based in art and culture. Yeah.
I mean, really, the young man seems to be, you know, talented in drawing. Is that what drew you to him, or was the music also a big part?
the most important thing about this young man is the fact that he believes in himself. You know what I mean? And he has the self-esteem, which many young people don't have.
Yeah.
And he's able also to guide and direct himself in a discipline and find, you know, a talent that he can carry himself forward with, because he paints, he sells his paintings, he has a music studio, whereby he practices on his own production in the house, and above all also he's using the mother tongue, which can reach the people down in the grassroots who really need to know about the music and how the music can have impact in their life. And you know, the Luo language is also spoken widely in East Africa, Tanzania, you know, Kenya, South Sudan, and even some parts of Zaire, and you know what I mean. So it is a message that can reach in the grassroots, and also it can be able to have impact in the lives of the people, because you can see in our region unemployment is very high. So many young people find themselves being exploited by politicians and by, you know, capitalists in a wrong way. That's why the region, we need a new energy of restoration, that the young people can utilize their time well and their talents, and they can be able to make a better living for themselves and leave legacies for the next also to follow. So when we realize that such talents is out there, and it is good that also we move forward, because for the last 29 years being in the streets and also working with the youths, we realize that there is a big gap, you know, and the youth need somebody to talk to them and somebody to appreciate what they are doing. And this is exactly what Haile Selassie Foundation is doing, not only to Wuod Baba alone, but to many people. You have mentioned Lavoste. You know, we have Japila, you know, Jaizes. We have many youths who have gone through the hands of the foundation to be guided, and for them also to find a meaning in life. And many of them are successful now. Not only in the part of music. We make sandals, we make earrings, you know, we
make necklaces.
Like this, clothing. You know, we do agriculture. We have 3 acres of farm in Maragua where we do organic farming. We do agriculture in Kitui. We have a cultural center in South Sudan to help, you know, the people in the war region who needs also to be inspired through music and art. So the project is wide, and you know, and now as Rastafari, we are working with the 27 African countries in the Rastafari Continental Council. In which the headquarters is in Ghana right now, and bridges are coming together to see what agenda can we put forward in this 21st century that can make Africa shine again, because we realize that many Africans are not utilizing the freedom that they have been given. Afforded, you know what I mean? So this is making the Chinese and other people to come and take advantage. So
it's the same story over and over again. So we are here now for a new spirit of Africa. You know what I mean? So I feel you. That's your guy recording? Yeah, this is my bridge in here. This is some part of the restoration team, because restoration is, you know, if we don't retell our story and package it, other people will come and tell it for us. And this is what happened ever since history, you know. And Wuod Baba, you have a new project. What's the name of your new project?
Nafas.
Yeah. And was it by any way inspired by your interaction with Elder here?
Not really. It wasn't me meeting him. Wasn't really planned on my side. Yeah. So when I met him, I felt like it was meant to happen. And ever since, it's been a vibe. I've been active. Yeah, it's a dope. What kind of guidance, what has stood out within your interactions with him? How have you changed your approach in life, in your thinking, in your business, in your music? I think it's the male energy, you know, because he's an elder, he's like a father. You know, like I look up to him based on like his, the way he rolls, the way he guides everybody at the foundation, the way everybody just looks up to him. So when I see that and he can actually listen to me and I can actually reach out to him, it's a personal thing for me. So it has actually helped me grow mentally, spiritually as well. I believe in myself more now. 2019 is crazy.
So had you recorded the music already, or you met him when you already did
I already recorded the music.
Okay.
So before I put out the music, I played in my music. Like at the foundation, like when we're doing some beat work, or like whatever I'm putting on, we were working on this work.
Okay.
So we were just having a conversation. My music was playing, and he was telling me this is not a joke thing. You know, this is some Juba vibe. This is something like South Sudan. If they listen to this,
they'll
it's
connect.
a bang. You know what I mean? So I should try and expand. And ever since then, it sparked me like I need to think out of the box. So we started having a plan, and that's why we're here.
Yeah,
we're actually working on a gig.
Yeah, don't think of yourself as as just an artist in a market.
Yeah.
Think of yourself as a spirit that can travel anywhere.
Exactly.
You know? So that's dope. That's dope. Now, this album, how many tracks?
20 tracks.
And who are some of the artists that you have worked with?
I worked with Jovi Jov. I have a sample of Ricky Rick. And I worked with Billions. On the production, I worked with Billions, Capone, and Derek.
Okay.
Yeah, and Band's on it as well. Yeah, that's a new producer.
Dope. And where's the album available?
You can find it on Mook. Yeah, Mook is supporting me on this. For like 2 Gs.
2 Gs on Mook.
Yeah, you can download it.
That's usually mook.africa? That's the website?
Yeah, mook.africa. Just go search for Wuod Baba Nafas. Yeah.
Wuod Baba Nafas.
Or you can check it out on YouTube, stream it, vibe to it, do whatever you feel like. Yeah.
Now, on the artwork for the project, what was that?
That was my man Bopper. Yeah.
Oh, he did that.
Yeah, he worked on it.
Yeah. What inspired that figure? Who is that?
That's Wuod Baba. That's a character. It's a feeling.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah,
in character form.
Yeah, in character form. Like if you pay attention to the cover art very well, and if you actually like listen to my music, if you follow my music, you can see there's that hunger. There's that like I have this energy. Like I'm going for it. Like I don't fear. Yeah, so I'm just giving myself a chance. Like that album is me giving myself like this is it. Like the first is the introduction.
Yeah.
I'm going in like that. Yeah, so the next project is already ready. Yeah.
All right, so you feel like this is your big break?
It is the big break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not waiting for like hype or anything. I put out a solid project, and I know it's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
All right, Brass, I'm very intrigued by you, sir. I am very intrigued by you because, even in as I've been trying to do business with my fellow, Kenyans and even Africans in general, I always get a lot of resistance when it's something that's being built for a greater good. It almost seems as if we don't believe in each other as much as we believe in everything else.
True. That is a real problem.
Okay.
It's not only on the part of business alone. If you are watching the news yesterday, you see there were issue about creams. People hate their skin.
Bleaching.
People are bleaching. You know what I mean? If you hear what our politicians are doing, they have no plans for the youths. You know what I mean? The nurses are on the streets. There's many social issues that affect Africa in general. Unemployment, the killings in Congo of young people working in gold mines and minerals to make our phones, make our so if we don't repackage our story and we start believing in each other that we can make it and restore, make it anew. You know what I mean? It will be a big problem for the future generation because we have to repackage our story in that it can bring money. You know what I mean?
Self-reliance.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We have to tell the youths that agriculture is not for watu wa nyumbani wa ushago.
It's a smart investment.
Yeah, man, it's a smart investment. You know what I mean? Even millionaires are now doing it. So we must tell the youth that it's important to plant a tree. You know what I mean? Before you buy your first car, because after you buy the car, you are using aeroplanes. You are removing a lot of carbon. So what does that mean? From class 1, you are supposed to be planting trees. By the time you are employed, or you have already helped the environment better. So this is what restoration is all about. Business is important. Because we save a lot in the church. We save a lot in the gambling. We save a lot drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And pleasuring, but we don't save for our children through business initiative. This is what even many parents are doing. You know, the child, after completing school, you want him to go and look for a job by himself.
Yeah, instead of building a
legacy and a company, and that's what the Indians are doing. You know what I mean? And the Europeans and many other people. So we have to start creating that spirit of believing and having our own role models that we can be able to look at and say, hey, so and so is like what Homeboys is doing here, for example.
Yeah.
If you know the history from grassroots to this level.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? This is something that must be repackaged.
Oh yes.
And retold as a restoration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That we Africans, you see, I see your cartoons.
Yeah.
In the TV, you know what I mean? Coming up in a black way.
Yeah.
So if the youth can believe that they can start from zero to a higher level and become entrepreneurs and become people who can support the community like what you are doing, this is the story which must be told.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We must tell our story in a positive way. We are afraid to talk about Dedan Kimathi.
Yeah.
Like if he did a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Dedan Kimathi is a hero.
He's a hero.
You know what I mean?
He loves a movie, documentaries, books, all of it.
Yeah, man. It was his day, yesterday and the day before yesterday. People are celebrating Dedan, but how many people are coming out to really appreciate what this man, love what this man has done?
Yeah.
Do you? Is even in the Wikipedia that children, when they are studying in the university, they can find information? No, they don't put him in these places, and this is not right. We don't have even one movie. You know, our musicians don't remove song about him.
Yeah.
So who will come and sing our story if we can't sing
We
it
can
ourselves?
sing our own story.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So history is there to make us know about the past, and so that we can prepare for the future. So if we are afraid of our past and we don't want to tell our children the truth of what happened in the past,
Is it really,
how prepared are we for the future?
Russ, do you really believe that it is just people being afraid? Or it's do you feel like maybe there's a way that people are made that way? Because if you look at even our pre-colonial history, we don't really have access to that information. You know, before the white man came and colonized us. We have no clear picture of what was happening before them coming here. So don't you think that them leaving also left a system that kind of made us suppress ourselves from leadership and all that kind of, the whole dynamic of our society is not very forward thinking?
No, the thing is, it's just some distractions.
Okay.
There's a lot of distractions happening.
Okay.
And you say, if you want to hide something from mostly the black people, you put it in a book. You know what I mean? They will rush for Manchester game, Arsenal game. They will rush to go buy each other drink. But if you tell them, let's go to the library to do some research, you know, let's bring the computer and look at what Marcus Garvey said. What did Haile Selassie say that we should follow? What was in the mind of Sankara?
Where did that start? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So this distraction is what we must get rid of. You know what I mean? We must be able to create a social environment for interactions.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's lacking. Because if I want to meet my girlfriend or my friend today, if it is not the club, it is somewhere weird.
Yeah.
So we must be able to create environment, holistic environment that can be able to create social positive discussions. That, you know, like what the Haile Selassie Foundation is doing in Kibera.
Okay.
You know, for all these years, you know, an environment whereby young people of mature mind can sit down and meditate.
Yeah.
They can hold the drum, make a rhythm, you know, which is connected to the ancestral way.
Yeah.
They can hold a cup of juice and drink and share, and their mind is still sober up to morning, you know what I mean? So this environment is what is lacking even in our own homes. Everyone is busy with the phone. Everyone is busy in the Wi-Fi. There's no time for interaction.
You don't use your phone, huh?
You know, I don't use it all the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It can be used for the office purposes, but there's a time I have to put it aside and interact with my family, interact with my fellow man to see what is inside him or her heart that can be able to reflect in me and reflect in himself. That is the cosmic energy that is lacking in our black community nowadays. An energy that evolves around you and you are able to maintain it without escaping away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we have a lot of negative frequencies out there that connects us to negativity. So we end up losing a lot of energies which is supposed to be maintained within us to allow us to move to the next level. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So we need to remove this distraction and create environment for growth. Like we only have the Nairobi, the Kenya National Theatre ever since the 60s.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's
in terms of infrastructure, we can do a lot more.
How many, in the now 47 counties, do you have any other cultural center?
Yeah.
There is no cultural centers.
With something like the Haile Selassie Foundation.
Yeah, man.
What do you think is stopping you from scaling into making it, you know, have centers all over the country? What is it?
The right partnership.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, for the people who can invest in culture.
Yeah.
And the people who can invest in the right music and in the right industries are investing in the wrong places.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because of this capitalistic mind of I have to put immediately where I can gain back. You know what I mean? If I'm not gaining back immediately, there's no need of me putting my money there. And this is what is bringing the problem. We must be able to invest in a social way also. You know what I mean? That you know that.
Yeah, we're not putting value in culture.
In culture.
How can one get involved with the Haile Selassie Foundation?
You can connect to us at Lojuron at facebook.com, or you can get us at +254 711 22 8133 or +2.
Say that one more time.
+254 711 22 8133.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that is where you can get us, and we are always there in the foundation from Monday to Sunday to guide for the last 29 years. We are going to 30 years now. We have been there, and from Kibera we have expanded in Maragua. We have 3 acres there, in which also youths during the holidays who don't want to spend in town, wasting time and involving in negativity. We take them to the farm where they make manure, they plant sugarcane. You know, they live in a positive environment, away from the negativity
and
that comes with the man. So we also have the project in South Sudan, because we believe that is our duty, that wherever there is a destructive energy in Africa, we are supposed to go there and show direction. So since 2009, the cultural center in Sudan has grown. Now it is having a lot of youths. We work with Oxfam and the German Gotha Institute in South Sudan to look for scholarship for the students.
Okay.
You know, we provide music classes. We have a recording studio there, because the war have distracted the region a lot, in that there is no employment, there is no role models, there is no factory. So the foundation is working a lot there to ensure that also we are moving forward. Okay,
one last thing. Recently I saw in Malawi, I think it was, there was a Rastafari who was looking for candidacy for the president's seat in Malawi. I don't know if this story got to you.
Yeah, man, we are really as I've told you.
But you know, I was just thinking, because when you're talking about politics, you know, you're talking about a place where, you know, capitalism is very dominant. You know, you're talking about somewhere where I don't know if that is the right. Do you think a Rastafari can be in parliament and still remain pure?
You see,
or in government, let me say, like
you
president.
see, whether we like it or not, it is the constitution of Kenya that governs everyone, as long as you're in Kenya.
Yeah.
And if you are a member of the World Citizen, you are governed by the Geneva Human Rights Convention, 1948, 1952, amended. So what does that mean? Whether you like it or not, you have to abide by the laws that governs humanity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, this is what judges every one of us. So Rastaman cannot refrain from that. You can't say that because I read the Bible, I can't read the Constitution of Kenya.
Okay.
And since the Constitution of Kenya is amended and it is in the legislature, it is the duty of even the Rastafari people to enter there and make sure that they guide the government with their righteousness experience, so that the government can be able to make the right decision to help the people. And this is where we are saying that, according to Chapter 4 of the Kenyan Constitution, you know what I mean, Bill of Rights, that it states that Article 32 states that everyone is included. You know what I mean? And we, as a marginalized Rastafari community of Kenya, we feel that that constitution still is, we are not being allowed.
There's a lack of representation.
Full representation, because it states that because we are a minority group, we are supposed to get scholarship. You know what I mean? So that also our professors and our doctors can go to higher institute of learning, so that they can even bring results about issues that affect the community, like the marijuana and ganja. Because up to now, you know what I mean, there is a lot of misconception about the plant because there is no research. You know, people are not putting funds. People are not putting funds to research on marijuana. So we feel that if the government give us the funds required, we should also have doctors, you know what I mean, and people of expert to know how does the plant help us industrial wise, how does the plant help us medicinal wise, and above all, since the Rastaman has been using it sacramentally for years, he has the experience of how the plant is important for humanity, spiritual. So these are the things that we feel we must be included. To sit in parliament and make laws without having proper information about it will be left behind, because the world is moving ahead now. You know, global warming is coming. Diseases will be here in which pharmaceutical companies cannot treat. So why are we denying our people medicine just because of laws which were made before we were born?
I hear
you know what I mean, eh?
Gems for sure.
Yeah, man.
Now, Wuod Baba, I am very intrigued as to what kind of content will be on your next project. If you surround yourself with this kind of energy, I'm intrigued.
It's gonna be a whole lot of change. Yeah, because we're working on a peace concert. We're working on content at the moment. So my next album is gonna be not the mixtapes album. It's gonna be something different.
I'm really, really excited for this one. And right now you can get Nafas
on Moog Africa for just 2,000 Bob.
That's new album by Wuod Baba.
But you corrected me when I said it was an album. So what do we technically call it?
It's a project.
Okay.
It's a solid project. But you can call it an album because everybody's used to album, you know. So it's an album to other people. It's a project to me.
How many tracks are we talking about?
20
tracks.
Wow. 20 tracks.
Okay. So that's the project, but you also have your 2 events that are coming up?
Yeah, I have an event on the 28th. After that, right opposite USCU.
Okay.
At Row Cafe. I have a show over there with the whole team, the whole Lojuron Trap team. And then on the 2nd, I have a collaboration with the Elder.
2nd of March?
At Creative's Garage.
Creative's Garage.
Yeah, just right at Wood Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Elder and I are actually the Lojuron Trap and Haile Selassie Foundation are working on something.
That's what I'm talking about. Your social media real quick so people can follow you and interact with you.
Nah, you can just hit me up on go check out my YouTube, the Lojuron Trap. And SoundCloud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
There we go.
Listen, thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate
thank you as well for bringing Elder to come through and hang out with us. I think he's got a lot to say, and hopefully that conversation will continue.
Blessings.
It needs to continue.
It has to.
Oh, yeah.
Selassie, give thanks also for Homeboys Radio for this great opportunity and the good works you are doing. I see also yesterday at the Richie Spice, you did great works. The security was nice, the sound system was nice.
The energy.
Bringing the game to the level, but you need to push it up by involving more young artists, local artists especially. You know, there was space to promote our own, you know what I mean? So please talk to the management on how also to bring in, you know, reggae music in the Homeboys.
Yeah, we have Kenyan reggae, by the way. We do.
So we need to put them on the stage. It's a must.
Alrighty. Thank you so much.
All right.